Hey, it's Mike. Thanks for tuning back in. So this attic find, barn find, is the first one I've done in a couple of months, and it's good to be back. There are a bunch in the hopper. I don't know that I'm going to do one every Friday, but I'm excited to get back into it. And I must have had well over a dozen people send this to me. Oops, sorry about my phone. Well over a dozen people sent it to me, and so there's obviously demand for Attic Find Friday videos. So here we go. Before I get started though, I want to show you this. When I bought this, it was advertised as a Mackenzie Gore first Sports Illustrated autograph. But I'd never heard of Mackenzie Gore, couldn't care less about Mackenzie Gore. This is about Sidney McLaughlin Levrone, the greatest 400 meter hurdler, in history. Yesterday, again, dominated, won another gold medal, shattered her own world record, which she has shattered 6 times now. Just continues to dominate. Could go under 50 seconds, and under 52 was unheard of just a few years ago, and here she is approaching sub 50. Amazing. Loved watching it. I'm a pretty big track fan, so yeah. All right, so this barn find, first, sorry, again, before I get started, last night I was on Midlife Sports Cards, off-topic show with Greg and Darren, and we went for 68 minutes. It was a really long time. I made maybe the dumbest mistake of my YouTube career, and that's saying something, because there have been a lot. Greg did a great edit that makes it really, really funny, but no less embarrassing. It was, yeah. I hope you watch. Go over to Midlife Sports Cards. I said that there was Juan Gonzalez never had a rated rookie Donruss card, and everybody knows that's wrong. It was just a stupid, off the cuff. I'm embarrassed. I'm very embarrassed. All right, so I got to credit WMUR. I think this is Manchester, New Hampshire. News station, because this happened in Manchester, and I assume that's what the M stands for in WMUR. Tony Pappas was renovating her old barn house, and the contractor had opened up the wall and looked down in. There was one baseball card that came right out. He looked down further, and there were 51 more. He was pulling them out, 51 total. Tony, who looks at them and immediately says, oh boy, these were Billy's. Billy was her husband for many, many decades. He was a kid in the 1930s and 40s and obviously collected cards. So these cards were from the late 1930s into the early 40s, mostly play ball, it looks like, which I'll show you some photos. But Billy Pappas grew up in this house in the 1930s. He passed away last year in 2023 at the age of 89. He was a sports star, 3 sports star, baseball, football, and basketball in high school. Went to college at UNH, where he starred in all 3 of those again. He averaged at UNH 18.9 points per game, which was the 4th most in program history. One season he averaged 21, which is the 3rd most, I think is what I read. He made 334 free throws, which is the 3rd most in program history. He was an All-American quarterback in 1954. After graduating college, he went to the Air Force, where he was on the All-Air Force team for football. Just an absolute stud of an athlete. After college, he went on to open Gobbler's Knob restaurant in 1968 in Manhattan. I should say after he was done in the Air Force. I couldn't find anything on Gobbler's Knob in Manhattan. There is and this, maybe it's pronounced Gobler's Knob. It's G-O-B-L-E-R-S. There is a Gobbler's Knob in Pennsylvania, but I couldn't find anything on this one. So if you do, if you know, let me know. Later on in his life, he worked with student athletes in New Hampshire. Just seemed like he had a great life, and it's awesome to see somebody who spent their childhood collecting sports cards went on to have a great athletic life. He's a charter member of the UNH Hall of Fame, so awesome story. Billy Pappas. This contractor pulls the cards out. The one they recognized immediately was Ted Williams. Rookie card, 1939, play ball, Ted Williams. It looks like it's in pretty decent shape. It's unfortunate that they didn't include any photos. I had to snag photos, screenshots from the video, which don't even show the entire card because of the little thing at the bottom. But looks pretty good. They said that they were well preserved because they were inside of a wall for, 80 plus years. Yeah, just a really fun story. The news says that the Ted Williams could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. And then they show a listing, an eBay listing, current listing, unsold, of a PSA 7 for $54,000. It's probably not going to get a 7. It looks like could be a low to mid grade, like a 3. A PSA 5 sold for $5,400 last month. I'm going to put up a screenshot of some eBay sales that are probably more indicative. She's not sure she's going to sell because they are important to her family, but if she does, she's going to donate them to the UNH Scholarship Fund in Billy's name. I'm going to put up some images here of some of the other cards. They're tough to tell, but I think that this will be fun for some of you vintage experts, pre-war experts. If you can name some of these, put them in comments. Tell me who else is in here. I don't know this set well enough, but you know, if you watch Midlife tomorrow when he posts that video, Darren has on his wall behind him a lot of junk wax cards, and I'm leaning in, squinting, saying, "Oh, that's this card. That's this card." I can do that with the junk wax cards, not so much with 39 play ball and things like that. Yeah, let me know what you think. If you see any cards you recognize, what do you think this card is worth based just on the screenshot I took of the video? That's really the best we can do. I think I've got multiple screenshots, but make sure you subscribe to my newsletter. I'm giving away a bunch of Yaz slabs, 1 per week for the next 6 weeks, plus a Bo Jackson rated rookie. Yeah, it's my newsletter is at junkwaxhero.com. It's free to subscribe. Thanks very much for watching.